Hey y'all, it's Adrielle. Welcome back to DEI in 5. I took a little bit of a break, but I am back and ready to hit the ground running. I just want to quickly, before I get into today's content, say thank you to everyone who has liked my content, who's watched my videos, who's subscribed. I am finally in the process of having my channel monetized, which means I am going to finally get paid for making all of this amazing content, which is a bit of a relief because I enjoy making it, but I also need to pay my bills. So there's that. Also, shout out to everyone who has picked up a copy of the Inclusive Leadership Journal. If you haven't, the link is below. Grab a copy. I've been getting some amazing feedback on this being an amazing resource and tool, not only for people managers, but for anybody that is leading others or trying to influence others in some way. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Without further ado, let's get into our content for today. All right, y'all. So about a week or so ago, I was working on a project and I needed an image of a Black woman. And I've been playing around with a lot of AI tools. I've found them super fascinating. And I'm starting to try to think about how I can bring together my AI interests with all the DEI knowledge that I have. And it's becoming quite clear to me that it's not going to be that hard. So I was on Canva, which has for some time been one of my favorite tools for creating content for YouTube, for my DEI work. If I need presentation, images, whatever, I have been using Canva. It's kind of like a one-stop shop. And so I was working on this project last week and I decided to do a search using their AI image generator, which is called text to image. And as you can see here, I typed in Black woman with bantu knots and it pretty much just fed back to me this error message that said bantu may result in unsafe or offensive content, rephrase and try again. And so it was just a little alarming. And my first inclination was, okay, tell me y'all don't have any Black women working on this team. But also, you know, the fact that a lot of the image searches within AI haven't been sort of labeled accordingly, if you will, or the images that they're pulling from, because and I had to do a little research on this. The term Bantu was and has been seen as offensive, at least in South Africa, as part of the apartheid movement. The sort of use of the word has since evolved. It's changed since then, but that's one of the reasons why that particular term is driving a flag, is what I've discovered. And so I thought it was frustrating in a way, because I'm like, damn, we're not included in this text to image search. And I wasn't looking for anything in my mind that is all that extreme or complicated. I mean, the prompt is pretty simple. I included 5 words: Black woman with bantu knots, right? So posted this and there was a bunch of interaction that came along with this. Canva responded. They got some folks on their team involved. The search has since been updated, but someone also commented that they took a look at the element search. So Canva also has what's called the element search, where you can look for images and different elements, graphics. And when they ran this search for the same terms, Black woman with bantu knot, these are some of the images that came up, including an image of a noose. And I was like, this can't be real. Not that I didn't believe this person, but I had to go into Canva myself and look it up. And sure enough, that is what surfaced. And so I ended up making another post. And if you're not following me or connected with me on LinkedIn, please add me. I tend to, in between these DEI in 5 episodes, post content there, or just start conversations around various topics. So please join me on there. I love having conversations about this stuff. But I ran the search myself, and they did very quickly, the Canva team did very quickly run an update on the text to image. And so now we are starting to see some images of Black women with what are kind of bantu knots, but not really, if you ask me. But I'm no expert on bantu knots, so let me mind my business. But yeah, not quite. So anyways, ran that search. It still says that some results may look unsafe. Rephrase and try again, but it's getting better. And this was, I think, like the next day or two. So again, they move really quickly. And then I also tested out that search that individual shared with me and saw that there are actually a number of nooses that pop up, unfortunately. So sorry, had to hit my do not disturb so it doesn't interrupt me as I'm recording. But yeah, it's it's unfortunate that we are lacking representation as AI moves really, really quickly, and I hope something can be done about that. It's one thing to modify the searches and the prompting and things like that, but it's another thing to actually start adding people onto your team with diverse perspectives that can call out some of these issues, or even just hire some users to test it out, right? To say, hey, I tried this search and this is what resulted. I thought it was also interesting in my post, in the second post, that someone commented, another person commented, and they said that they ran this search for Black women supporting each other, and this is what popped up, which is basically 2 images of Black women supporting each other. This again is in the text to image AI search, and 2 results may not meet our policies. So again, you know me, I had to go test it out. So this one was really, really telling of who is working on this stuff. So let me show you. Let me just run a quick test here, right? So what was her thing again? Apologies. She put in, I think it says Black women supporting each other, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. Black women supporting each other. Again, this is the text to image AI generator, image generator in Canva. I believe this is a premium feature. I don't know. I've been paying for Canva for quite some time. Okay, we got some images coming. All right. Okay, one result may not meet our policies. Let's run it again. And I'm assuming they've been following the post and working to update these, which I will say I appreciate a lot, that this is something that is happening, that they are moving quickly to improve this. So a few refreshes are showing that they are in fact running some updates. All right, so it's learning, which is great. Earlier when I ran the search, it didn't actually generate, before I commented on that post, it didn't actually generate any of these. And I'm just curious if we add other elements or other identities, if this changes at all, or if we see a similar flag. So I'm just going to run a couple other searches. I'm going to test out Latino women supporting each other. So far we have 2 image okay, so again we have a flag on the 3rd image. Again, just trying different search terms. I'm going to say white women supporting each other. It's a little slow here, but something's happening, so it seems. This one's a little slower. I'm like, is this Canva or is this Verizon Fios? Okay, interesting. No flag on this one. What if we say men supporting each other? What happens if we generate that? And it's interesting that the one with white women supporting each other did not have a flag on the 4th image. Interesting. So men supporting each other, no flag, 4 images. Let's see if I run it again, if they flag anything. Again, slow. Could this be Fios? Could this be Canva? Who knows? We got 3 images. Okay, so 4 images. And I will say I'm impressed that I'm seeing what seems to be a diverse set of men being generated in these images. So that's cool. But it is a little telling that the searches with the term women resulted in us having some red flags on some of those images, but the ones with men don't seem to be generating that. So again, these things may seem small, they may seem insignificant, but it's telling of who's working on these projects, on these AI images, who's categorizing them, labeling them, creating the data for them, who's on the team to say, hey, have we considered this? Have we thought about these folks? So yeah, I'm again gonna keep using Canva personally because I like the tool. I love that it is sort of a one-stop shop for me, but I think this is just a case study in what needs to be done as we move forward. As AI moves very rapidly, there is such a need for representation. Really quickly, I'm going to add this link below, but this is an article from about 3 years ago highlighting some of the women Black women specifically, that have been working in AI for quite some time. I've followed some of them, but a number of these names are new to me. So I'm looking forward to following them on different platforms, learning from them, because I think it's so important that there is representation so that Not only for me personally, I'm kind of taking my professional DEI hat off. It's less about me feeling included and more so about there being representation for everyone, and thinking about how this affects everyone that is going to use this tool and in what ways. You know, seeing a noose in an image search is triggering. I mean, Juneteenth just passed and I was sitting here going through ancestry.com trying to build out some parts of my family tree, and I'm discovering that not only were my family ancestors slaves, but they were also enslavers. And so to see a noose is triggering. So I don't need to see that when I'm searching for something like a Black woman wearing bantu knots, right? Again, really happy that Canva is moving swiftly on this. They're working to update their systems, but I really want to see them hiring some people or partnering with some people. I already raised my hand. They're probably gonna hire me because I'm here putting them on blast. But hey, we have to learn somehow. People have to start calling this stuff out. This is one example of many that will come. Canva is not the only one, right? I talked about, you know, some of the other AI tools that are out there that are perhaps going to inflict harm in some way. There are AI generated models, AI generated facilitators. I think I called out Levi's for using or planning to use AI models on their site. So this is not unique to Canva. This is an issue that I think we're going to see as we continue to see and leverage more AI tools. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. Let me know what steps or actions you think we should be taking to ensure that everyone's included as we move forward. And I look forward to seeing y'all back here again soon. All right, y'all. Bye.